Hey guys, Doug from Long Beach Custom Baggers here. Thank you for checking in on us. Today we have a 2014 Road King that our friend Kerry a few weeks back brought to us for us to upgrade his rims, tires, and rotors. We did that. Shortly after that, when he drove his bike home, noticed his rotors were squeaking a bit. Gave us a call just in case, he needed to know if there was something wrong with the bike. Usually when the bike's squeaking like that is because the brake pads are a little bit too hard for the aftermarket rotors. What we want to go ahead and do is replace those with Kevlar organic brake pads. They're a little bit softer, very effective to make the braking system work appropriately. And so we're going to go ahead and grab our tools and we're going to just get started. So here we are. We are going to start with the left side of the bike. The right side's identical, so we're going to show you how to do one side and then you just duplicate that on the other side. First things first, what you want to do is remove the caliper from the mounting bracket of the fork. The way you do that is you remove these two bolts here. Okay, now that we have the caliper removed, what you want to do is remove this metal mesh protective shield. The way you do that is you squeeze it on the sides, get a little screwdriver here, and pop it out from the bottom. Comes right off just like that. Now, there sits your two brake pads. What you want to go ahead and do is remove this safety pin here. After you remove that safety pin, which just flopped out, you want to go ahead and remove this bolt. This bolt is the one that holds down the brake pads on the inside of the caliper. Sometimes it comes out easy, sometimes it doesn't. You just have to apply a little bit of pressure sometimes, or WD-40 on this end of this hole, tap it out, screw comes right on out. Now here are your brake pads. What you want to go ahead and do is just gradually push them in between, squeeze them together, comes right out. This one, push it towards the center of the caliper, comes right on out. Same way it comes out, same way it goes in. Okay guys, so this is our Harley manufacturer stock brake pad. This is the Kevlar organic pad. This is what we're going to be using. You can feel that this is a little bit softer and less harsh as this stock brake pad. So as you can see, this brake pad sometimes have two bunny ears. This one, being it's a touring model 2014, it only has one ear. So that ear is going to be squeezed in or supported by that bolt that we took out. So just make sure that this one lines up with this hole here. Okay, so this one's going to squeeze in here on the inner side of it. Should fairly easily get a little bit of a resistance spring on the inside, but once you line it up appropriately, you'll be able to just squeeze it right on in and it fits like a glove. So what you want to do is get the ear part going in from the outside and swooping in this direction. Make sure when installing your brake pads, the soft side of the brake pad is facing inward. Once you scoop that in, get the flathead screwdriver, push it towards its appropriate space. Then you just go ahead and pull the caliper apart so that you have enough space to squeeze the new brake pads in between the rotor. Now that they're in place, we're going to go ahead and grab this bolt and put that in place here. Make sure that when you're putting in that pin, it catches the ears of the brake pads. Should always go in easy, guys. If there's any time you start screwing in the bolt and there's resistance, immediately stop. If there's resistance, that means you're rethreading it and you're gonna strip the bolt, and that's gonna have to be another project. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and grab this pin. We're gonna wrap that pin right around the pin we just screwed in, and it's just gonna wrap around it and squeeze it. And it just sits just like that. Now what we're gonna do next is squeeze the caliper in between the forks. Gonna get the bolt that holds down the caliper. Put a little bit of Loctite on that tip, nothing crazy. Make sure it lines up. And always, if you're gonna use any type of power tools, always turn it a few times before you start wrenching on it with the power tool, because if it goes in crooked, you're gonna strip it. You just want to turn it until you feel the resistance of no more, and just another quarter turn there, nothing too crazy, and you're good to go. And there you have it, guys. It's that simple. We replaced the brake pads before we end the day, we got to put this mesh back onto the caliper. The way you do that is these two little legs go on the bottom of the caliper. You put them in there on the bottom of the hole. You push this down, and there you have it. We're gonna go for a test ride, and we're gonna show you, fingers crossed, no more squeaking. Hey guys, so I put some gloves on because I'm gonna go for a test ride. I don't want to put my dirty hands on the grips. The customer probably wouldn't appreciate coming home and finding his hands would be black. On another note, be very careful before you start backing this bike out or before you hit the road. You hit the brake lever a few times, because what you're doing is you're squeezing that brake caliper back into its original place to where it's squeezing the rotor. If you take off and you go stop, you're gonna have no braking system because you didn't pump the calipers the way you need to, okay? So please keep that in mind. Very safe, very important. Let's go for a test ride. No more squeaking. Mommy's Custom Magnets take care of the job. Anything you need, no job too small for us. All it takes is one phone call, 562-449-7199. We're going to take care of you. Now it's time to ride.